Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And I have a question, man. Why are people upset with Battlefield 6? I'm confused. I'm seeing posts and videos and Reddit posts and people complaining about the movement of the game and what's in the open beta. People are complaining about the tanks feeling like Call of Duty. People are complaining about it's a spawn and get shot in your back simulator, and like I'm pretty confused as to why people are just simply hating the game rather than saying what they would like to include or add within the game. It's very weird. Based on my memory from playing Battlefield 3 and 4 back in the old days, I stopped at Battlefield 1, and I did play a little bit of 2042 on Game Pass, but I stopped buying Battlefield in general from like 1. I skipped out on 5 once I realized they didn't have a campaign, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember that game, but yeah, man, this is really everything that I remember from Battlefield 4 and 3, minus the boats and stuff. I didn't get on a map that required us to get on a boat and drive to a different island and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like what we have here for Battlefield 6, it's a wonderful start. Like, just right off the bat, like, the game is gorgeous. The game is fucking beautiful, okay? You can't question that. Another thing, yeah, we don't have all the guns. I would like to see a lot more weapons within the game because, coming from Battlefield 4, that game had a lot of weapons, especially like a lot of assault rifles. And from what I'm seeing and from what we can select, I'm seeing like maybe 4 or 5 different guns that we can choose from. Now, I'm not sure if that's because that's what's gonna be able, that's what we're gonna be able to play from this open beta to the next open beta. I think it's the 14th through the 17th or something like that. But yeah, man, I'm playing through this game with my friends. I'm playing through this game by myself. I'm playing Conquest. I'm playing King of the Hill. They just put in Domination not too long ago, and I'm genuinely enjoying this game. Like, now, mind you, I'm both a fan of Call of Duty and Battlefield, but right now, I will admit, Call of Duty's tweaking right now, beyond comprehension. Something's wrong with Call of Duty, and well, for starters, let's just say that they don't know how to control their cheaters, and I'm not sure if they want cheaters in the game, because a lot of them are sponsors, but that's why I kind of backed away from Call of Duty, right? It got to the point where I couldn't even avoid the whole situation. But here in Battlefield 6, I've yet to really run into someone where I'd go like, this dude is definitely cheating. This dude is definitely cheating. If anything, it'd just be, oh, it was just a skill issue right there for me. He got the jump on me. Oh, he has better aim than me. Like, I don't know what people are really, what people really want within, what their version of Battlefield 6 should be. Like, the game can't be the exact same copy of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. It has to be different and the same at the same time. Like, I'm really not sure what people are looking for. Some people are complaining about the textures within the game. Well, mind you, I'm on PlayStation 5. I don't have the PS5 Pro, but if I did have the PS5 Pro, I would see much more. But just off of what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing any glitches. I'm not seeing anybody tweaking or falling out the map. However, I will say, due to people exploding you do have the chance to get flown up into the sky like really. It's really funny. You kind of turn into a rag doll, but it's nothing that kills the experience for me. You know what I mean? One thing I will say is I do miss seeing medals when you get a certain number of kills, or you might kill an enemy a certain way. I do like feeling that sense of satisfaction with the medals just pop up either on the top left or the top right. I wouldn't want it really in the middle of my screen. I'm not gonna lie, because that's kind of like my field of sight. So I would want it to be on the sides or something like that. As far as the helicopters go, I haven't gotten in any helicopters. I haven't really seen any helicopters besides like a couple of Blackbirds or something flying across the map. And usually I can only see those when I'm respawning. But I don't really know what people want. And mind you, I am seeing people that are madly in love with this game, right? I have one of my viewers who he lives across the world, and he plays it with his brother, and everyone is having a fun time, at least from my perspective. But I'm just really curious as to the ones that do hate Battlefield 6 right now, or they just like, oh no, this is just a clean copy of Call of Duty. Look. What I will say is, it doesn't really feel like Call of Duty until you like play on the smaller maps. But that's kind of how it's always been, even back in the Battlefield 4 days when you play on smaller maps, right? It just, it can turn into that small, fast pace. You hop over this and that, and then they had the system where you can peek too. First of all, Rainbow Six Siege was probably the first to do that, I would say, to just peek. But like to naturally automatically do it, like there's nothing wrong with you being able to peek, right? You should be able to peek and peek back and forth and shoot your enemy, hop back in cover. And also another mechanic that I love so much, because one, I don't really use it because I always start off with medic with the defibrillator. The mechanic where you basically revive somebody and you pull them into cover. I love that for my teammates who are like assault or engineer, because they would want to get their medic up, but they don't want to get shot, so they have to pull me into cover. And it's an amazing mechanic that I think they should keep in. Mind you, I'm still having those moments when I'm playing with friends and you see a huge tank and you both just run into cover, and then the freaking wall just gets blown up and you guys gotta run upstairs, and the tank just takes down the whole building, and then you guys gotta jump out the window and run into a corner, take down 3 guys. It's like its own story mode again. This is literally what I remember Battlefield being. Even I know I'm about to say something really crazy, but even with Battlefield Hardline, with the cops and robbers things, even though that was like less destructive, but you were still able to create your own story in this massive field, and I wouldn't even say it's even really close to Ground War from OG. I don't even say OG. Oh, I almost messed that up. From Modern Warfare 2019 Ground War. It doesn't even really feel like that, And I don't know, man. It's something that I'm really confused about, and I would really love for anybody that, have any complaints about why they don't like the beta, or even why they do like the beta. I just want to talk about this because I'm genuinely confused. All I can say is it cannot, and they cannot make the exact copy of like Battlefield 4 or 3. And please do not beg them to bring back specific maps. We do not need them to recycle old maps. That's where I feel like that's where Call of Duty messed up, because they basically made them lazy and not push themselves to be creative and innovative in any way, shape, or form with their maps. So I feel like we're off to a wonderful start. Keep this game nitty gritty. Keep it grounded. Keep it military based. Keep it, no pink rainbows, no celebrities, none of that. Let's just keep it normal. Keep it basic. Just one time. Let's just give it a try one time and see how far this goes. At least just for this one Battlefield 6 game. Let's just see where it goes. But that's all I have to say today, you guys. Please be sure to comment down in the comment section below. Hit me with a like or a dislike if you didn't like the video, and subscribe because I need that. Peace.